Hello, Crazy Crafters. Welcome to Masculine Cards, the online class.
Yes, this is a Krazy Kreation special class, so we're very excited, and we kind of started this last year. We did like a Mother's Day, and we did a Father's Day masculine, and then we have more, and we do have something to show you at the end of this video, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you're really going to want to see that spectacular thing to show you. So in the meantime, we'll introduce ourselves. My name is Jackie.
And I'm Kara, and we are the mother-daughter team here at Krazy Kreations, or otherwise known as the Krazy Ladies.
Krazy Ladies. And we specialize in outline stickers, handmade glitter paper, coloring with alcohol-based markers, and online classes.
Yes, and today is one of those online classes. So if you got the kit, welcome. You're going to want to grab your kit and a basic toolkit, which is a paper trimmer, some scissors, adhesive, tweezers, maybe a ruler. You never know what you need as a basic supply.
Plus alcohol markers.
Yes, and if you don't have alcohol ink markers, we do sell a spectacular 24 set, which we primarily use in most of all of our classes.
Yes, so we'll be using those today. So get all of your supplies ready, get comfy and cozy, because we're going to start class by looking at these adorable, or should I say handsome.
Handsome is right, that's
handsome
right.
Masculine cards. So let's take a look, get all your supplies ready, and we're going to get crafting.
Okay, what's all this about? I love it.
All right, so these are the cards we're making today. We'll be making one of each together in class.
Yes, so your kit makes 4 cards, one of each, and then if you bought the add-on kit, you have enough supplies of paper and glitter and all of that to continue using your stickers to make another 4 cards. I was going to say kits, but it's really cards, right?
Yeah, so it'll make another 4 cards. So each one is a little bit different with the images we're using. However, they all have the same basic paper layout. So if you open this up, you'll notice we have some papers on the right here, and then it closes up like this.
I know, I think it's so cute. I love these. So that one was the fishing house. This one is football. Now we would like to say that you can color your jersey any color you want, right?
Right.
And the helmet.
For your favorite team.
Right.
Same with the baseball.
And here's our baseball. Isn't that cute?
I like how the paper just peeks through.
Me too.
So it's like we're decorating the inside and the outside of the card at the same time.
Very nice. And then, of course, we're all getting ready to go camping, right?
Yes.
So this is our masculine series. And one thing that I did note is that we're not using a white pre-scored card.
No, it looks like we are scoring our own, or
No,
they're already done?
They're already done, and this is the brown bag. Isn't that cool?
It is. I think it matches perfectly. So what's the first thing we need to do?
We need to walk over here and get our kit and open it on up, okay?
Okay.
So if at any time you find that you are going to be interrupted in your crafting with us today, you can always replay this. Now we are in our virtual classes Facebook group, right?
Yes, and so all of these videos that we do are available for replay, so you can always rewatch if you need to. You can pause if you need to.
And is this also on YouTube?
It is.
Okay, so you could go to our YouTube channel as well. All right, let's see what's in here. So we have 4 cards, but we're not going to need, the envelopes, we're not going to need these because we're not ready to mail them yet. So we're going to put that aside. We have our papers. So we have a selection of some browns, red. I think there's a light blue peeking through here. Ooh, look at all these. Isn't that cool? Here's a dark blue paper. I'm first looking for all the papers. Here's our baseball. Isn't that cool?
I like that one.
And then we have our plaid, which is really nice. And what's on the back? Ooh.
Fireworks.
Yep. And then we have our trees. And we have our football. Cool, right? Now, look at all these stickers we have. So we're going to open that up. We also have our Krazy Kreation handmade glitter paper. So we're going to put that aside until we color. And we have this wonderful border sticker, which we're going to decorate our papers with. So we're going to want that out now. And then here are those pre-scored cards, see? In the brown bag paper. So let's go ahead and grab our brown bag pre-scored cards. You're going to want to open up your border sticker and all the papers that were included. We're going to start with that.
I'm going to grab that border sticker and open it up just like you asked us to do.
And we are going to put all the other stickers aside for now. So if we look at these, we're going to notice that 2 of them here are going to use the front and back of the paper, okay? And then 2 of them are just going to use the front as the side seam. So I'm going to start, I guess it doesn't matter because we would just turn that over, right? So let's start with our red series, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. So, are you going to be the reader of the instructions?
I am.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we are going to want to start out with those brown bag cards.
Now, can everyone see? I have a paper trimmer. That means we're going to be trimming, all right?
Yes, so what we like to do is we always like to assemble the cards first, and then we go back and color in all the beautiful images.
Now, I just want to do a little bit of a visual. So there is a pre-scored line here, and if it helps you, you can fold that in half, and then you're going to go ahead and fold it on that fold. And if you need a bone folder but you don't have one handy, use the back of our tweezers if you have those. Perfect little bone folder, okay? Now, this is how the card is. But to get to this look, we're going to have to trim some off, okay? So we're just going to trim off this front flap here.
So you're going to open the card back up, and we're going to trim off 1 1/4 inches.
All right, so my paper trimmer actually has 1 1/4 inches on this side. If yours doesn't, then what I suggest you do is go the opposite way, or however that works for you, okay?
So we're looking for 1 1/4.
Yep. And there we go. And so when we do that, we have this look. So we're going to do that to all 4 cards, okay?
So now this front little panel is 3 inches wide.
And by the way, we're going to want to save this paper because this will come in handy.
You know, I kind of like this. It feels actually a little stiffer than a regular card.
Yeah, I like the brown bag. Now, we sell a paper pack that has some brown bag in it, don't we?
Yes, we sell 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and one of them has browns in it, so you can never have enough neutral colors.
So I'm going to cut each of mine that 1 1/4 inches off the front flap. So I am folding as I go. Jackie's going to talk to you. You can't see me folding, but I am folding. Then I'm going to open that front panel and go to 1 1/4.
And hopefully you're all following Kara, folding your cards and trimming off the 1 1/4 inch off the front panel.
I kind of like that this kind of gives it a different look, don't you think?
I do. And I wanted to mention that these cards are great for year round. So I know it's always hard to have cards ready for guys. So this should help you beef up your stash a little bit for the year.
Good suggestion. Okay, so now we have 4 of these cards where we cut off 1 1/4 off the top flap, and we're going to do the rest of our cutting just so we're ready, right?
Yes. All right. So now we need our red and brown cardstock, and they're going to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4.
All right, so 5 1/4, it looks like we have to kind of go this way, and there's 5, so it's at 5 1/2, so we have to trim off 1/4. And what was the other?
2 3/4.
2 3/4. Right. So it looks like this is going to become this piece right here.
Yes, that's correct.
And are we doing that twice?
Yes. 2 red and 2 brown.
All right, so 5 1/4. And remind me, 2 3/4?
2 3/4.
I get numbers all mixed up all the time. There we go. So we have 2 of these. I don't know if I should put these kind of in the camera so you could see what I'm doing. There's that. All right, and then you said grab the brown.
Right, same size. So 5 1/4 by 2 3/4.
All right, 5 1/4 and 2 3/4. So don't worry if you're not cutting as fast as me. We will stop and catch up. But I'm doing 5 1/4 and then 2 3/4. By the 4th one, you have it memorized, right?
Right, just in time to not need that anymore.
All right, so I have all 4. I have 2 brown, 2 red, and can you say that measurement one more time?
All right, so these are 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. Now, while you're catching up on your cutting, I'm going to read a comment here from Diana. She forgot to order the add-on kit for these cards. Can we do just the add-on kit? So we don't sell the add-on kit individually, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that's a no.
Maybe they'll order a whole nother kit and then you'll be really set, right?
There you go. We only have a couple online still, so if you didn't get a chance to grab this kit, there's only a couple available on our website.
Yes, we tried to make extra, but they went like hotcakes.
Very popular. Okay, so now we need the pattern papers.
Okay.
And they're going to be 5 inches by 2 1/2.
All right, so we noticed that, I don't know if this has we can only go 5 inches this way, but I always like to look at the way that the paper's cut. So you said 5 inches?
Yes.
By 2 1/2?
2 1/2.
All right, so there's 2, 2 1/2. So we're going to do 5 by 2 1/2. And it looks like on the red, that's going to go right in there. All right, so are we doing each of our patterns that way?
Yes, we're doing all of our patterns like that. And just make sure that you are looking at the direction of the pattern.
So 5. I don't think you have a lot of option which way the 5 has to go.
Oh, that's right.
So 2 1/2. All right. I love these papers, don't you?
Yeah, so who makes these papers?
I think it's a combo of people, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure because we've kind of gone off the grid and we buy from several people now. So now I'm at 2 1/2. So I did 5 by 2 1/2. I'm just continuing along. I know this one is authentic because I love authentic, so I know. Do you recognize this one?
I do recognize that one.
Okay, what's our next cut? So I've done all 4 pattern papers, 2 1/2 by 5.
Okay, so now we're gonna look at our scrap paper from the brown bag cards. And we're gonna trim those to 2 3/4 by 3/4.
All right, so it looks like we're going to do 2 3/4 this way. And do you want to show what part this is going to be on the card?
This is going to be this part right here.
So we have the 2 3/4 and we need 3/4. So just want to make sure I get that nice and straight. All right, and it's going to look like that, correct?
Yes.
And isn't it good? It looks like we almost can get 2 out of there. So 2 3/4. Yeah, when you cut that, you get 2. That's kind of nice, isn't it?
I like how we're using every little bit of paper here.
Yeah, no wasting. All right, so one of these strips, if you cut it at 2 3/4, you're going to get 2 pieces at 2 3/4. So then all you have to do is turn this around and do 3/4. There's that. And here we go with this. All right, so I have 4 of them, 2 3/4 by 3/4.
Okay, so we have a little more cutting to do now. We are going to trim the brown, red, turquoise, and blue cardstock 1.5 by 5 1/4.
So I believe this is already 1.5 by 5 1/4. Let's see, yes. So the red, what do we need?
We need blue, red.
Okay, but the red and the brown, I believe, are done.
Oh, okay.
Did we need a red and a brown?
Yes, we need 1 red, 1 brown.
Okay, so we're going to have a red and brown left over, so that's going to go to our extra pile. And now this dark blue, it needs to be 5 1/4, you said?
5 1/4 by 1.5.
And we're going to turn this around and do 1.5. All right, so now we have our dark blue. That's a pretty blue, isn't it?
I like that blue. It matches the paper perfectly.
It really does. And then we have this light blue, so 5 1/4 and 1.5, right?
Yes. And then we have to do one more cut.
I know. But you know, we're putting together 4 cards and look how far we're going to get along.
So now we're back to our pattern paper, the leftovers. And we need to trim it to 1 1/4 by 5.
All right, so these we're going to keep the tree and the baseball. So we want it to be 5 inches. So let's start with the baseballs. And it's already 5 inches, it looks like. And then we're going to do, what is it?
1 1/4.
1 1/4. So we're going to have to trim just a little bit off. And there's our 1 1/4. Same with the tree. It should already be the 5. It is. And we need 1 1/4. I like it when one part's already done. What do you think?
I know, it's even nicer. Sometimes the papers are cut to size in the kit.
Yeah. Jackie, shh. Because we have to cut today.
That's a luxury.
All right, this one I turned the football paper over, so it's already at 5, but I need that 1 1/4. Did you say 1 1/4?
Yes, 1 1/4.
And it's already at 1 1/4. How nice. How did that happen? Did I cut one wrong?
I hope not. We're going to find out.
5, and then I must have cut one wrong. Better go back to that football. What is this supposed to be?
That one is 2.5 by 5.
Yeah, I did it right. I don't know what happened there. All right. We'll find out when we get to put it together, right?
Yes.
Even me, I make mistakes. Are we all done cutting?
We're done cutting.
Woohoo! Let's give a yay! All right. Okay.
We like to do cutting first because it just is nice to get it out of the way.
Absolutely. So now are we ready to put our cards together?
Yes, so we're going to assemble.
Shall we start with that one?
Sure. This is the baseball card. Now, what's good about this card is it could be somebody that plays baseball for fun, or if they have a favorite team. So either one.
Yeah, it could be lots of things. Now, shall we give a shout out and see how everybody's done cutting their paper? Are we all good, or are we going too fast?
Give us a thumbs up if you are done cutting your paper and ready to assemble your cards with us.
And so while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to put the papers that we need. So it looks like we need the red, we need this one, and we're going to use that beautiful blue, right? This blue. And, ooh, I see a red strip. I don't remember cutting that.
Me neither.
Okay. And what are you doing?
We need the other baseball.
So we may want to add that beautiful red strip, right?
Right. I don't see it in my directions.
Yeah, you know why? I think just while we're talking, because it was the same, by adding a little bit from your leftover pieces here, it kind of broke up some of the pattern.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we want to do that, maybe we don't. Let's put it together and then choose.
What about our scraps over there? Are those the right size?
No, these are,
Oh, okay.
we have to cut.
I see some skinny strips in
Oh,
our...
you mean like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use, no, not the right size.
Okay, I tried.
Okay, but we'll see if we like it and then we'll decide. All right, so which are the papers we need?
Okay, so they're right here. Oh, you're going to cut now?
Oh, can you tell the people what we need? We need a red, we need the baseball, the dark blue, and the small baseball, right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, we also need the small brown.
All right, and a small brown.
Okay, so let's adhere these down.
Okay.
So, starting with the red, we're going to put the red right on the front there.
And we're using our Tombow tape runner. So if you know about me and Jackie, we love this because it gives us a chance to pick it back up if we make a mistake or we don't like how we put it down crooked, right?
Exactly. So this is the Tombow Mono Adhesive Roller.
But you could use whatever you want. If you like glue, go for it. If you like score tape, go for it. If you like that big, what's it called? That gun, you know, the pink and the...
Oh, I don't remember what that's called.
If you like that, use it. I have one of those too. All right, so I put the red right in the middle, and now is the baseball going on?
Yes.
I like the back. Very bright, right?
Yeah, lots of fun colors.
Okay, so this is going to go in the center of the red. I'm just guessing because you're not reading the instructions. So.
Yes, it goes in the center of the red. I'm just looking at the sample here.
Okay.
Now we need that brown.
All right, so this little brown strip.
Okay, so Sherry Curley is here, and I happen to know she is a sports fan. So I know what color she's going to color this card.
Really? What color?
Well, I'm afraid to say. I think she likes the Dodgers.
Oh. Well, she is from that area. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I just am kind of matching up my red here. I think I need to go back over a little bit more, hence why I like that. So do you want to say where we're putting this?
So we're just leaving a little sliver of that blue pattern showing at the bottom. It's about like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. And so that way we have enough room for the hat, baseballs, and shoes.
Okay, I love that. Now it looks like the blue is going to go here, and this is where we'll decide. So I'm just going to place it here for a minute, and then if we put the baseball paper on, don't you think that red kind of helps break this up?
I agree.
Okay, so let's take a look. That looks like 1/2 inch, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to need to cut that to 1/2 inch by 5 inches.
All right, so I have my scrap little red paper that we didn't use, and I'm going to go in here and trim it to 5 inches, and then I'm going to do 1/2 inch. And this is totally optional if you don't want to do it, but I think it helps break up that baseball paper. So I'm going to do 1/2 inch by 5 inches. And I'm just going to end up putting it like that, so when you close it, it's not so in your face, right?
So it just complements it.
And it looks like we have to do that also for the trees.
Okay.
So we're going to use dark brown 5 by 1/2 inch. This way we'll be all ready for it.
So we're only doing this to the baseball card and the camping card.
Correct. You know, we're on the fly creators here, right?
Sometimes.
What does that mean?
It means we're supposed to be prepared. We were Girl Scouts.
Oh, we were Girl Scouts. Anyone else out there a Girl Scout? I didn't like how straight I cut the first one, so I did it again. All right. Yay, done with that. All right, so now we're going to do the inside of our card, right?
Yeah, so we're going to put the dark blue down first, leaving a little bit of the brown bag showing. So we call that matting. And so that's going on the inside of the card on the right side.
We have matting all around.
Matting all around.
And I think I want it up just a little bit. Okay.
Ooh, we have some Girl Scouts watching.
Ooh, all right. We definitely did the Girl Scout thing. I was a leader twice for every year, plus a day camp director every year. Summer day camp. Boy, I was never the cookie mom, thank goodness. Okay. Do I need to move that down? Maybe just a little.
A little bit.
I'm telling you, I love that dot thing. I wonder if anyone was a Boy Scout mom. I didn't have any boys, so I wasn't that. Okay, and then we're going to put this. Can you open that up so we could see? Is it all the way over?
All the way over.
Okay. And of course I run out of my favorite, so right here, ready to go. Look how easy this is just to refill.
There, doesn't that always feel so much better when you put a new one in?
It does.
It just glides so easily.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. All right, and now when we close it, that touch of red I think really helps.
Ta-da!
Okay?
Okay, 1 down, 3 more to go.
All right, so while we're on it, let's do the camper.
Okay, I'm going to move this one.
Okay.
So we need another card base. And then we're going to need our dark brown paper. Okay,
Let's get all the papers out.
The tree paper, the little brown bag strip, and then we need our light blue, the other tree paper, and the skinny brown. Okay. Okay, we have a question from Rhea. How do you cut to see the blue like the example? I'm not sure with that.
I don't know either because we cut it to the size in the instructions, and then when you put your baseball paper, it's 1/4 of an inch smaller, so the blue is going to show all around.
Right, just like that. Hopefully that helps.
So you're cutting the pattern paper smaller than the blue, which makes it so the blue is shown. So we're going to do that right here with the brown, so I'll show you. So we're going to put this in the center, right?
Yeah, so we're leaving some of that nice brown bag paper showing all around the edges.
Okay. And then because we cut our trees smaller, you could see right here that that brown is going to show all around.
So that's lots of matting, and I think layering papers just really adds lots of color.
It does. And another option you could do if you wanted was take one of our border stickers, right?
True.
But we're going to be using that in a moment. Okay, so I'm leaving that matting. There, that
Okay.
looks good. And then we're going to take our little brown strip here. And pretty much it goes from brown to brown, and we're going to leave a little bit of that peeking.
Yeah, like 1/8 of an inch. It's really skinny, but it really makes a difference.
And if it goes over a little, that's okay. Of course, maybe if I looked better, it would be even better, right? There we go. Now I have too much the other way, Jackie. All right.
There, 3rd time's a charm.
Yep, I got it. There, that looks good.
Okay, now we're going to do the inside of the card. So we need the light blue.
Right. I think this will be Taria's question, maybe. So we're going to put the blue in, and we're going to leave a little bit of matting, right?
Yeah, so we want that brown bag paper to show.
All right. And then we're going to put the tree. So I'm going to put it right here in the center, right?
Yes. So that is going to be exactly in the center of the light blue paper.
And it has blue all the way around. And then in this case, I'm going to take my dark brown strip, which was a 1/2 inch wide by 5, and I'm going to put it on the edge of the brown. I mean on the edge of the tree.
Yes, all the way to the edge of the tree paper.
And there we go.
Perfect. Okay, 2 more to go.
And look, doesn't that just look beautiful?
It does.
All right. Which one should we do next?
The fish house.
All right,
Fishing.
so here is the fishing. And what papers do we need?
We need the red, the plaid, the skinny brown bag, the other red, and then the fireworks. And if you don't have a fireworks, it's probably because your plaid is flipped over.
And I have to say, in this case, it's going to be water.
Oh, okay.
It's a new interpretation, okay?
All right, so we're going to put that red piece on the front panel of the card.
Now, you should be getting really good at this. And by the way, make sure you use the right part, the right side of the red paper.
Oh, is there a wrong side?
No.
Okay.
I was making sure everybody was paying attention, and then you ruined it.
I have their backs.
Yes.
Sometimes there might be a texture on your paper.
Yeah, but no, I was just kidding to see if everyone was paying attention. All right, so now we're going to do the plaid. Here you do have to make sure you turn it over. Of course, you could do whatever you want if you want that other side. That would be fine with us, right?
Yes, it's your card.
I just think it's great how we're getting all this part done because we're going to have 4 cards. It's so great. All right, now
we need this little piece here.
Yep, right here. Again, no right or wrong side. You know, I used to tell people in my classes at the expo when we had an 8x8 paper to make sure that it's, you know, right side up, and everyone would go, wait a minute, it's a square. I'm all, yes, it is. Oh, Kara, come on, there we go. Okay. And now the inside, right?
So for the inside, we will need that red strip.
And we're going to leave the matting.
And then we need our water paper.
Yes, Jackie, you got that right. In the center.
And guess what? On this one, we don't have a little strip.
I know.
So that one's done. 1 more to go.
Now, I will say I noticed on our original there, we didn't go all the way around on the inside. So it's really up to you what you want to do,
Oh,
right?
with the holographic?
Yeah, so you could go all the way around or you could leave it plain.
Okay, last one, football.
So what you should have left is your card, the dark brown, the football, the other brown, the opposite or the back side of the football, and then your little piece, right?
Yep, that's what we have. So We'll start out with the bigger dark brown paper and putting it on the front panel.
Okay.
And then we need our football paper.
I love that this looks like the skin of a football.
It looks like the texture, yeah.
Yeah, they say this. It's called a skin. Don't you know your sports?
No. Don't they call it a pig skin?
Yes, it's a pig skin. I thought you didn't know. Okay, here's this
That's
little
about
piece.
all I know. Don't ask me how the point system works or anything.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't teach you very good, did I? All right, now we have that, and then we're going to do this side, right?
Yes, so we need that dark brown on the inside.
It's amazing how all those pieces we cut now we have utilized, right? You know what I like about having this piece? It's like decorating the inside.
I know, you're decorating the inside and the outside at the same time.
Okay, and this time I want the skin showing, the pig skin. I'm going to do that and put this right in the middle.
Uh-oh, you're going off to the left a little bit.
And you think that's funny? Because
it was a little off.
Oh, Jackie, like to laugh at me. All right.
There, that's
okay,
better.
There we go.
Okay, so all of our papers are now adhered to our cards. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to embellish with the holographic border strips.
We're not going to do the sentiment first? Okay.
No, we're not.
Okay, so are we going to start with the football?
Okay. So we need some holographic on the top and bottom of the little brown bag strip.
Okay, so these are border stickers, and on this one is called lines. And just so you know, there are 3 different widths of the line. So there's a really skinny, a medium, and a thick. And then it goes skinny, medium, thick, skinny, medium, thick. Okay, so when you're peeling, you kind of want to look and see what size you want. So in this case, this is a thicker line, if you could kind of see that. And these we use the medium lines. But you could use any of them that you want. Just know that there are 3 different sizes here, but you have plenty to use whichever way you want, right?
Yes, and what I love about these is they are holographic, so they have a shifting rainbow color when they hit the light just right, and they will match with any paper you're using because they're silver.
Yes, so I'm just going to go. So the easiest way to get started is to just kind of bend it back and then peel one. So I'm going to go in for the medium here. And again, it really doesn't matter which one you want. If you want to peel one of each to see what you like, go ahead. And then I'm just going to put it across the top and the bottom here.
And this is just adding a really nice accent. Would you like me to be the border person?
No, that's okay. I think I got it, as long as I'm allowed to move my paper around. And then you're going to go ahead and trim off the excess, and then take this, we're going top and bottom, right?
Yes, top and bottom.
Now, I think what we're going to end up doing is we may do this part and then show you the whole card, but we're not going to do each and every one with you, okay?
Okay, so this will be homework.
Yes. Okay, so there's that one.
And that really brightens up the card.
It did really brighten up the card. And if it's easier for you to pick it up and then trim it, you can, but look at that. Isn't that kind of nice? Now, shall we do the inside?
Okay, so it looks like you went around the whole thing on the inside.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying we'll do one together, but then it's really up to you how you want to decorate all of this, because you have so many options. And you could even, if you wanted to, alter the color. So do you want to talk about how to do that while I peel? It looks like I'm using a thick a thick, and then a medium and a medium, okay?
So if you wanted to alter the color of your holographic border sticker, you could take an alcohol marker and color right over the top. And the nice thing is you're changing the color of the strip, but the holographic shininess is still going to peek through.
Yeah, so if I wanted this to be like red, I could color with a red marker right on top of the strip. And of course you want to do this on like some, not on your sticker sheet necessarily, but maybe like on a, what do they call those? A Teflon mat or a scratch piece of paper, right? Because you don't want to get all of your borders red.
Yeah, or even one of those brown sheets from the score tape we use.
Yeah, any of that stuff. That's like a Teflon sheet, I think. But you know how they have those Tim Holtz mat things?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm putting my 2 thick ones. But I think if you want to alter it, it would be just as pretty, don't you?
Yeah, so you can make it brown if you want to, or the color of your favorite football team. I did that when I was coloring here. This is for the 49ers.
Now, I had a piece of medium left over from where I did that, so I'm going to go ahead and use that piece because I like to use all my pieces. And you can see, so I did each of these sides, and now I'm going to go across and trim. I think this is kind of cool, don't you?
Yeah, it just makes such a big difference by doing something so simple. Now, I do want to mention that in the classes that we're doing, you'll notice you've got a whole sheet of those border stickers. So when you take our online classes, more than likely, you're going to get the full sheet of border stickers and a full sheet of the dots.
Yep.
It's a nice bonus.
And that's kind of why sometimes they're a little bit more pricey, because we figure you're going to like it in the class, so we'll give you enough to really experiment. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I got that part done. Shall we put our sentiment on or not? Why don't we do each of the front of the cards, this part right here, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is what we've got done for our football. So we're going to go ahead and along with all of you, we're going to put the top and bottom on each of these small little brown bag strips where the sentiment will go.
So here's our fishing card. This one you only did one on the top.
Yeah, again, you know, you could really do whatever you want. Do we want to do just the top?
Yeah, I think so, because this sentiment has a line on it, so it already has that.
And it looks like we only did one line, so shall we just go ahead and do that too?
Sure.
All right. So there's the top. Look how that little bit really added, didn't it?
It really did, and you could have made it red or blue or whatever color you want.
Okay, so this looks like, what would you say, a thick line? So we're going to go right here and do a thick line, okay? I love how many of these there are. These borders. Every single strip is a sticker.
So when you're done with your sticker sheet, you're going to have 0 waste on there.
Yeah, no negative. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I think I need to trim that a little bit more. And then where are we going next?
We're going to the camping card.
All right, just so you know. So here's a little trick. I didn't quite have it over where I wanted, so if I carefully lift it up, you could do this right when you put it down, then I can move it over. Sometimes I do that. I'm not real straight. How about you?
I try to be, but I'm not always.
But there's that one. Isn't that cute?
That looks good. Now we're going to do the camping card. So, oh, look on this camping card. We only did one on the top again.
I know. What's up with me? I guess I only did 2 on the football. I must have just been really not paying attention. So I have a leftover here, so I'm just going to do this. You know, I find that I'm usually consistent, but boy, I've been making some mistakes.
She has been creating like a mad woman.
I have been. All right. Okay.
Okay, and then we'll go to the baseball card now. So I'm just going to open this so you can see. This one has a lot of holographic lines on the inside. So all the way around, plus 1 in between the brown and the tree paper.
Yeah, so you could really do it any way you want. If you didn't want to go all the way around, you didn't have to. Or we could just put 1 there. So why don't we just put 1 just so it looks really quite finished. So I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to take, again, I'm really partial to these thick and medium ones. I do like the skinny ones too, but I'm just not tending to use those today. I think it's just a matter of personal choice. What about you?
Yeah, the skinny ones are very dainty.
I like them though because they definitely have a place. Like sometimes when you just want a tiny little edge, you know. I even just kind of like this with the 1 line. So I really want to let you know if you don't want to put them all the way around, you really don't have to, because to me that looks pretty cool too.
It does. So we're going to put this one off to the side now.
Okay, so we just did 1 line for now.
We're going to repeat on the baseball card. So 1 on the front here. And you should see our workspace over here. So as Kara is applying the holographic strips, she's putting all of her extra little pieces hanging off the side of the table.
I am, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to group them together in just a moment. Okay, so there's that one. That was pretty easy. Now, I have all this space left here on my sticker sheet, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that back on so I could peel it at another time. Okay, now for this one, as you mentioned, I have all these littler pieces right here. And so you can actually group them together, right?
Yes, so you can link them together, and you cannot really see the seam when you put 2 together. You just have to make sure they're both the same size, width-wise.
Yeah.
Because if you try to put like a medium and then a thick one together, it's not going to look very good.
No, that's true. But see, you can't even see where I did that, which is pretty cool, I think. What do you think?
Very good.
And then just to be a little different, because before we move on, I have these other strips, so I'm just going to do this like a little, what would you call this, an H? I do the top and bottom. I'm just trying to give different looks. All right. Of course, when I want to be a little different, it becomes difficult. And then I'm going to use this piece. So this kind of gives you a whole bunch of different ideas, right?
Yeah, so this time we did 1 down the seam of the red in the baseball, and then on the top and bottom as well.
So top, bottom, seam. I think that's kind of cool, and then when you close it, that looks really nice.
Okay, so now we have decorated the cards with our border stickers. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to kind of catch up. And if you are feeling good about these cards, you can always give us a thumbs up. In the meantime, we're going to open up all of our outline stickers because they're in packaging right now. So we're going to get those ready.
Now, I will tell you, don't worry about putting all your borders on now, because that is something you could definitely add on your own time, and you don't have to pay attention, and it doesn't have to be like right now, because we really want you to pay attention when we start coloring, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first sticker I have here is that celebrate, because we need that sentiment for the baseball card. Do you want to put it on?
And the fish.
Yeah.
Fishing. All right, so we're going to go to the baseball and the fishing. And if we notice right here, what we're going to see is celebrate and cheers. Now, you could use whatever you want. There's quite a few on here. There is even happy birthday. There's celebrate, cheers. So lots of different things. You could even just say happy. I mean, if you want, you could cut off the birthday, right?
Right.
And if you really want to be fun, you could do happy and then cut off the birth part and say day. So happy day.
You could even do happy on the outside and then write Father's Day on the inside of the card.
Yeah, so that would be fun too. So lots of different ideas. All right, so for this baseball, we did celebrate. So you're going to come in here and you're going to use your hands or your tweezers, and you're going to pick up, come on. What I like is it's all on a line, so you can see it's all hooked together. Now, if these little black lines on the end become too large, we can trim them, but let's kind of take a peek. Looks like it's going to fit just right. So I'm going to put it right there. And that's why I like these tweezers. I kind of put it in the middle, and then look, it was just so perfect.
Oh, that was the perfect size.
Isn't that nice? Okay, so now I'm going to look for the fishing house. And the other one is going to say, shall we stick with cheers or be creative?
Cheers.
Cheers, Jackie. All right. So again, I like to peel it. And then I'm going to put my tweezers right here in the middle to kind of help me position. And this one, it looks like it's going over a little bit. It's probably the way I cut the paper, so I could just trim the extra little line off.
Yeah, so this one we are trimming the line. You don't have to, but the sample was
Oh,
like
yeah, I did. But you know what? I kind of like it like this. So.
Okay.
All right.
Now we need to do our camping one.
All right, so this says Happy Camper, and this sentiment is found on the actual sticker sheet.
Yes, so I have that right here.
All right, look at this cute camping one. Isn't that pretty?
Very. I like the little tiny camper. So we're going to use that sentiment, Happy Camper.
All right, do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if you could see, but I'm just going to pick one of these. There are 3 of them, 3 sentiments on here, so you only need one. And look how the word comes up all as one. That's kind of nice, right? And then it looks like we want to kind of be here. Now, put it down, but don't press it too hard, because if you want, like, I'm going to leave it like that. So when I get my second word, I could kind of see where I want it. Okay? And if you get any insides of the letters, don't worry yet. All right, so I kind of want it, do you think like that?
Yep, that looks really good.
All right. And then just kind of straighten it out. And then I could see, pick this one up. It's not down, so look how easy that was.
Now I have a question for all of us doing the class here today. How many of you are campers?
I am.
I don't think you've been camping in a long time.
I will be. I have several things lined up. Okay, and there's also seems to be an exclamation. To be honest, Jackie, as you know, we're going to be camping quite a bit. All right. I love that these words are all together.
All right, now are you going to be camping or glamping?
What's the difference?
Well, I think glamping is more like in the trailer or the RV.
I'm going to be doing whatever this is, okay?
That's glamping.
All right, that's going to be what I am. But if you notice, this doesn't say glamping. It says Happy Camper. Just so you know.
I think of camping as going out in your tent.
Oh, well, I've done that many a time. All right, where do we find these little hearts?
On the sticker sheet.
Yes, so here they are. So let's go ahead and put these little hearts.
I think with the recent pandemic, I think a lot of people have started camping again because that's really the only thing you can do to get away and have some fun without being around a ton of people.
Right, although some people do like to still vacation. Okay, here we are. Look at that. Do you like that?
Looks good.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, football. The football sentiment is on the football sticker sheet. However, I was having trouble getting mine out of the packaging, so I was going to show you a trick here. So I was trying to remove my sheet, and it won't come out. So I'm going to just peel it and open it.
All right, and that becomes no good anymore, right?
Right.
Okay, so here is the football one, and we want the word touchdown. So let's see what happens when we peel that word. I got a T. Give me a T. All right, look at that. It's all one word. I love that, don't you?
I do. I think most of our sentiments are like that.
I know. So what I like to do is kind of get it back in the middle with my tweezers, and I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of get it on there. That's what I like to do. All right, so let's do this part of the word first, down. Like get it on down, and then...
There, went into place.
Yeah, except it's a little up. Sometimes
The down went up?
Yeah, the down went up. Yeah.
Okay, how about those numbers?
Yes, let's do those. So you're going to see all these numbers here. Now, I put 21 for the year. It's not a player. It's like 2021. Okay?
Oh.
But that would leave all of these numbers left over. So you could do it any way you want. I just thought that was how I did it, okay?
I thought that was like the age of the person you were giving this card to.
The age.
Or their favorite football player's
I guess it
number.
could be an age, right? Unless you're like 22 or 33 or something, because there's
Okay.
only one number.
This could be a birthday card where you put their number on there.
That's right. It could be, for sure. Good thinking.
So funny.
I guess you were born at night, but not last night. Is that what they say?
Yep.
So I'm just kind of like putting these numbers the way that I want.
You're just copying the sample. You cracked me up.
But guess who made the sample? So I guess you could say I'm copying myself.
Yes.
If you guys like how me and Jackie are, give us a thumbs up.
You can also go 8675309.
What's that?
That's the song.
Oh, I didn't know that. It tells you what I know.
It's called Jenny. Oh, never mind.
Is it like Jenny Craig?
No. Okay, if you know the song I'm talking about, please help me out. It's from the 80s.
I don't know that song.
Okay.
All right, look how much we're getting done. So it looks like we want these little dots next.
I have those right over here.
Okay, I love these mini dots. Do you?
So these are So these are the black ones, and they have a little bit of a sparkle to them.
Yes, they do. And I think just adding some here and there really adds to the whole look. Now, I like to weed mine. Do you?
Yes.
So what does that mean?
So we're going to separate the sticker at the corner and peel off the background. Oh, look at that glittery color.
Yes, so there's a glitter on the back, but I got to tell you, it really doesn't show a lot, I think, on the actual dot. Do you think so?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't show a lot of sparkle on the dot.
So I like to go slow because sometimes this glitter one, it's a little bit, it'll lift up the dots. So it looks like I did a pretty good job, right? And this is pretty too. Okay. All right, so now it's easier for me to get these dots.
So we're going to put 2 dots on the front on that little strip where the brown bag is next to each sentiment. All right, well, right after this class, I'm going to play you that song because...
Oh, I can hardly wait.
I'm not the only one who knows it. It's a popular
Really?
song.
Who else knows it?
Janice, Kathy, Diane.
I feel so out of it. I probably know it, but I don't know it by that name.
Well, I have sad news for you. I'm not going to sing while we're live.
That's not sad. I'm glad. Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. You would say the same thing to me. So I'm just going along, putting my 2 dots by each sentiment. Do you see what I'm doing here? Now, this is why probably it was way over there. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be different.
You're going to put one over there, aren't you?
No, I'm going to go like this.
Okay.
You know, sometimes being different is good, right? And then we have the same with celebrate.
Oh, you have the sample way over there.
This one, it looks like, I'll do it like that, just to show 2 different ways. All right, now, are we on to our glitter?
We are. We finally get to color. So we assembled all of the cards. They all have a sentiment, papers, embellishment stickers. So the only thing left to add to these cards are the beautiful images and coloring them in.
But look how far we've come. I mean, look how much. Don't you feel accomplished out there? Look how much we've done.
I know. So this next part is my favorite part. So let's get going on it.
All right, let's.
So we're going to put all of these to the side so that we don't get any marker on them. And now we have our microfine glitter paper. First thing we need to do is rub or burnish. So we're going to rub the glitter paper with our fingers. We always like to tell you why we're doing this.
Yes, we want to remove any excess glitter and or we want to make it shiny through the oils in our fingers.
So you might notice you have a little bit of glitter on your fingers. I just like to go tap, tap. Now if I go in and I touch with my other hand, look, no glitter at all. That's the best part.
Now all of our glitter paper is handmade by the Krazy Kreations, so it's not something that you would find in the store.
No, only our website.
Yeah, so Jackie just pointed out to me I forgot to put the waves on the blue paper of the fish, but we'll do that when we peel the fish house, okay?
I actually can't take credit for that. Janice helped me.
Yeah, so we will do that in just a moment. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to peel the images from our sticker sheets. So the first one I have is...
You want to start with the fish house so we could do
house.
the waves?
Okay, that works. So we're going to peel the fish house from the sticker sheet. And I started at the roof. And then we're just going to lay that down on the glitter paper and let it relax into place. And then it looks like we need a toolbox.
Looks like you need a window and a door.
Oh, you're right.
You want to show everyone what you are doing?
So I had to peel the window sticker off of the sheet because it was a separate piece. And then the doorknob is very small.
Yeah, you could do that last.
Okay. So now we're going to get the toolbox.
So we're going to come back after we color to put our doorknob on. Now you're going to want to conserve as much as you can.
Okay.
So a lot of times if you have these weird spaces, that's a good place to put something, right?
Yes. I'm going to do that one there. And we need a seagull.
And it looks like the fishing rods are solid. Wow, that's really close, man. You are hilarious.
All right, that's everything from the fishing sticker.
Except for
the waves.
the waves. So let's go ahead and go back to our card and we're going to get those waves.
So I'm going to just peel one off.
And you can put them any way you want, right?
Yes, so I just repositioned it so that my tweezers were in the middle of the sticker.
And you can hook two together to go across.
You might want to close your card so that you don't cover up your wave with the card front. Mine's going a little...
That's a wavy wave.
It is a wavy wave.
But hey, that's how it looks.
So we're going to grab another one. And I'm going to just attach it at the side. I'm going to overlap mine a little bit. Oh, that's a very wavy wave. And then you're going to have extra, so we're going to trim that. And then we're probably going to need this piece. I'm going to save it. And then we need another wave.
And you really don't have to go all the way across. How many waves are you using?
Quite a bit.
Well, actually, I believe the inside was used to hook that.
What do you mean?
This is why we don't always... Okay, so here's the deal. You can use that one, but look at what happens when you use the negative. You could also use that one. So you could use the negative to hook them, to go all the way across instead of another wave. This is just how to make more cards. So if you did this, this is kind of cool too. Let's see. So you want to use all the pieces, basically. I'm having a wavy wave moment now. There we go. And then if you wanted to use that little piece that you had, there we go. Look good?
Yep.
There we go. And then this one could be for the next card.
Okay.
I'm going to put that back on the sticker sheet. Now it looks like I have to trim a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, just a little bit. So just to repeat, you can use the negative waves left over on your sticker sheet.
That's what I like about those waves. Both of them are usable. That's what we call the negative, right?
Right.
Okay. You want to look at that? Isn't that cute?
Yeah, that looks good. So now we're back to, should we peel all of our stickers?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to peel one image for each card, or one of each image for each card. So I'm going to need the camping one. And so we're going to peel a trailer or a camper.
A trailer?
There's different kinds of campers.
What's that other thing you were saying? Glamour?
Glamper.
Will fit right there. Glamper?
Yeah.
What is that? Like a camper or whatever?
No, it's like camping with a bunch of, I don't know how to say, like frou-frou, like a lot of amenities.
Oh, okay.
It's not like true camping because you've got luxury items.
I wanted to point something out to you. Because this camper is for a guy, if you want to, you should or could remove this string of hearts, or you can leave it there and make them blue if you want. Which, you want to do that today?
Sure.
But you could just trim them off if you didn't want them at all. And same with the curtain. But today we'll keep them on and make them blue.
So just to compare, this is the original. And this is the regular sticker.
Yeah.
All right, so we need some trees. I'm going to hang these off the edge here.
So is that because there's a solid part?
Solid trunk.
Yep.
We need 2 trees. And then what else do we need? We need our football.
Okay, so football coming up. Now, this one's kind of interesting because it has a helmet, and I don't think all of the helmet goes,
I'm gonna
that
start.
we want to cut it, right?
Right, so I'm going to start with the jersey. Okay, put that right in there. Look how well that fit.
That fits super well. Where's your,
Football?
yeah.
Right there.
All right, so we'll kind of look at that. So if you look, this little part here doesn't need fussy cutting, okay? So we're going to hang that over.
Got it.
Okay?
Right now I have the football. I already had that in my hand.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I'm going to need my helmet.
Look what happened. Our thing went around the back.
That just happens, okay? Look what happened here. So my helmet's a little wonky because it stuck to itself. So I'm just going to pull it apart. I got to find where it got connected. Oh, I see. There. Better. So this part was stuck to this part. Okay, so we need to hang this off.
Okay.
What part gets hung off? Just the edge?
Yeah. Who wants to fussy cut it? So might as well try to make it work, right? So just this little edge there. Yep. Do you think that's close to your tree?
It is.
I think I'm going to have to move that a little bit. So do you want to talk about how we haven't pressed these down?
Right, so we have not pressed them down yet. We're going to burnish them all at the same time before we start coloring.
So if you're not sure, do you all see like this little line here? It's right there. That's the part that's hanging over. And I'm going to try to fix our tree because it went on the other side here. Just kind of pull that. There we go. Sometimes if you put a piece of like plastic or something down, that helps, right?
Yes. Okay, so now we need a little whistle. And then we need to go over to our baseball sheet, and we need a hat, shoes, and 2 baseballs. I think I'm just going to use my finger. Oh look, the hat fits really well right there.
I know, look how much glitter paper. You're being so conservative. I like that.
The shoes, where are we going to put our shoes? I think right up here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to the corner here. And then 2 baseballs. And then don't forget there is a little circle inside of that shoe. Goes right here. Wow, okay, so those are all of our stickers.
Wonderful. So if you got the add-on, you're going to have all these stickers that you can go ahead and make one more card of each of these, okay? So the fishing has 1 more. This one actually has 2 more sets, 2 more sets, and 2 more sets.
So the next thing we need to do is turn over this piece of glitter paper and apply some pressure to the back of our paper. All right, so we're rubbing. We're burnishing our stickers so that when we go to color, we are not going to have any bleeding.
Yes, that's so important.
Okay. And I'm just going to go over one more time. There we go.
Okay, so now it's time to start coloring. Where do you want to start? Shall we do the baseball first?
Oh, I was going to say the fishing, but we can do the baseball.
All right. So what colors do we need for that?
Okay, so this is our baseball card, and so it looks like we used a dark blue and then the light B02. So this was, I think, the B47.
And B09 and B02, probably. There you go. And then we'll need some grays, but we'll start with this.
Okay, so whenever we color, our favorite way to color is from dark to light. So we're starting with our B47. And I like how you can see the shading here. So we're going to put the dark blue in the corner of the shoe and right there. I love this blue. It matches the paper.
I like the blue too.
So there, and then kind of in this area of the shoe that's in the back. Okay, then we're going to take our B09. This is like a turquoise blue. We're going to take our marker, and wherever that B47 ended, we're going to drag the color up. So we're dragging that dark blue. And you'll notice I'm kind of using the side of my marker, my brush. Wow, that's so vibrant.
I love it.
And then last but not least, we need our B02. And we're just going to do the same thing. So we're really getting a lot of contrast in these shoes.
Now I would like to mention that a lot of times, or all the time actually, your colors will look a little different when they dry. So if you're not quite sure if you like something, let it dry a little bit and then go back and kind of fix it by reactivating it with your marker. And all you have to do is start coloring with the lighter color and then go back to the dark.
And these might look a little lighter than the sample here. You can always go back and add more dark color if you want to.
Right.
Okay, so I think I need to finish the shoe where the laces are. It's just solid B47. That's the dark blue. So that's going to be right here. And I'm coloring over the black lines.
I like that. That's good.
And then right here.
That looks really cool.
Now remember, you can color them with any colors you want to. We're just following our example. Okay, so the rest of the shoes look like they're grays. So we need our dark gray and light gray. Right here. CG02 and CG06. Would you like to read our comments?
Sure. I'm just afraid that you're going to put some marker on your shirt there.
I'm coloring with my caps off, or I'm putting my pens on the table with the caps off. So we're going to start with that dark gray CG06. And I'm doing kind of the inside part of the shoe on the top. And then the little circle has some gray. And I think that's about it for the dark gray. And then we're going to move to our light gray, CG02, which means cool gray 02. And we're going to put our marker tip at the edge of that gray where it stopped, and then drag it. Now, one important thing to remember is to clean your marker in between coloring. So make sure you're using a scratch paper and cleaning off the tip, okay? For the bottom of the shoe, I'm going to do a solid gray, light gray. Sometimes it's nice to just do a solid color. You don't have to do shading on everything. There we go. shoes complete.
I love it. It looks so good. So while you have these colors out, you should get the hat done. And it's very similar, right?
Yes, so we're going to go back to our dark blue with the B47.
Those shoes are stunning.
They're very bright.
I wish I had them.
Okay, maybe I'll look for some for you.
Yes, I've been buying a few shoes trying to find just the right ones. Tennis shoes. I have wide feet, so not all of them feel comfortable.
You know, there's a lot of names for tennis shoes. I call them tennis shoes, sneakers. Some people call them kicks. It's like soda pop. There's a lot of names for soda pop. So this is B09. Some people call it pop, soda, Coke.
You're just full of lots of info.
And then we're going to use that B02. Hopefully you're getting all those happy squeaky marker sounds. Just like that. Now if you think there's too much light blue at the top, you can go back with your B09 and just add a little bit more. And then go back to your B02 and blend it.
Janice is saying in Chicago they call them gym shoes.
Oh, really? Never heard that one before.
And then soda.
All right, so we're going to go back to do that dark blue on the rim of the hat. So B47 again. Okay, and then this little part too. We need our B09.
Now I will say we're going to, color, but it's going to be your homework to trim these out and then put them on the cards as shown in the photo of the instructions.
All right, look at our hat. I need to do the little thing on top. I don't know the name for that. The button? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows. Okay, now you want to do the baseballs?
Yes.
And those look like grays.
Yes, so dark gray, CG06. We're going to use that.
Oh, Janice said it's not soda, it's just pop.
Oh. Yeah, I call it soda.
So basically, when you're coloring, I think part of the hardest thing is knowing what colors you want to use, when you start out. Don't you think that's kind of the hardest part of coloring?
It can be the most difficult part, I agree. So this is the light gray. And even though baseballs are white, the gray just is there to see that it has some shading in it.
Yeah.
Because if it was just left white with no shading, it would look flat. Okay. There we go. Those are all the elements for the baseball card.
Very good. I think Jackie did an excellent job. So what are we doing next? Shall we do this camper?
Okay.
And let's see what colors we have for that.
So I see some similar colors, blues, grays, and then we'll have some greens. So.
Okay, so we're going to use the dark B47, all right? So it looks like the bottom here is going to be blue and the top is going to be that kind of gray, right?
Yes, so we'll have to put that up there.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we are coloring this method called dark to light, right? So I'm going to add my dark blue there. I'm definitely going to come over here with the dark blue, and I'm probably going to put some around this door. Now I always like to start with a little and then see where it takes me. How about you?
I think that's a good idea. You can never take away dark.
So this is BGY, which is blue gray 03, and it's a lighter blue, right?
Yeah, it's like a bluish gray color.
And I think of this blue, it kind of has a bit of that Oh, vintage look, right? I know that because I have a truck that we bought my first year of marriage that has this color. You know? Okay, now if you remember what I said was, since we didn't take these hearts off, I'm going to make them this dark blue to give it a masculine look. And there's a curtain in here, so I'm going to add a little bit of the dark and then come back with my blue-gray. There. Okay? All right, so what's next on our agenda?
The gray.
The gray. All right, so here's the blues. And again, we're going to go back, just like we did with the baseball, a dark and a light gray. Now, this got kind of muddy, so if you want it lighter, you want to leave some white toward the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and put the darker gray here, kind of around that. And I like to start on the other side as well.
They're very seasoned campers. There's a lot of dirt on there.
Is that what it is?
Good.
Now going to my light gray.
They need to wash it.
They do need to wash it. What was that you called it?
Glamping.
Yeah, their glamping was dirty. All right.
You crack me up.
Well, I'm here to make your life a living joy. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here.
So you can go glamping, but it's still called a camper.
I get it. I'm just giving you a bad tongue. Okay. And then I'm just going to continue. I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of my dark gray by this door.
Don't forget the part on top of the door.
I won't. Thank you. And then just kind of put that in. You know, I find that also you may experience this. These larger areas can be a little bit more tricky because they're so large. So just take your time. You don't have to put a lot. There, how does that look?
Looks good. So now we need some yellow green.
Okay.
Would you like me to take that? Okay.
All right, so yellow green, we're going to use a dark and a light. These are YG29 and YG00. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of shadow on our door. And you don't want a lot of this color because we want more of the light look. So I'm just putting very little.
I like this color. It really ties into the papers for this card. And I like how the next part we're going to do is the window, and it's like there's a little light on inside the camper.
Somebody's home, you mean?
Yep.
All right, so you can see how really dark that YG29 is, so you want to be very gentle when you use that color. Okay.
Now I just want to mention that we like to use our 24 marker set for a lot of these classes and our card kits as well. And at some point, if you do a lot of coloring, you might want to consider refilling your markers. So if you're noticing that it's getting harder to blend or the tip of your brush tip is kind of white looking, then you definitely want to refill your marker, and you can buy those on our website. We were noticing earlier today that we have a few we need to refill.
Yeah. So what I like is for this line, I could kind of use my bullet point here. The nib. There, what do you think?
Okay, looks good.
Now I think I need the black. And black, you know, I don't always shade a lot. You can shade a little bit with the darker gray, but for the tires, I'm just going to make them all black. Because they should be nice, good tires.
They're new
right?
tires.
And then I believe this stair here we could also make black, and the hitch. Okay, now I think I'll make this part black and we'll do a little bit of gray. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
So I'm just going to do light gray. Doesn't that look cute?
It's really coming along. So now I think you need some yellow.
Yes, and I'm just going to use the E40. And if you wanted to kind of fade into the white, you would go ahead and use a blender pen.
Blender pen is the 00 marker. It doesn't actually blend, it kind of erases. And I don't see ours.
Oh well, must be in the other room. So I would take it and just blend right there. Okay, but you don't have to, but it kind of looks nice.
Don't forget about your tail light.
Oh yes, we want that to be yellow. All right, there's the camper. What do you think?
Woohoo!
Now, while we're at it, let's go ahead and do these trees. Now, our stems have gone underneath, right?
Yeah, we'll fix that.
They're in hiding again. So we're going to use that same green, YG29 and YG00. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit and make the center kind of my lightest area. So I'm just kind of going down the sides here.
And I just wanted to note that all trees are different looking, so don't worry if you can't color them exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, I have a tree outside that's really pathetic. I think you brought it in last Christmas time, and it's a small living tree, and the poor thing needs a lot of help.
It's a baby pine tree.
Yeah. So I'm back to my YG00. And I'm just kind of concentrating on blending that harsh line and then marrying that. Look how pretty that is. Not pretty?
That looks great. We have one more to do.
So again, YG29. Now you could color any way you want to. We're just kind of doing this with you just if you wanted to get a tip or something from us. But believe me, you could do it any way you want. Maybe you want a pink tree. Who knows?
A brown tree.
No, we don't want a brown tree. That means it's fire timber. Pretty soon we're going to be in our fire season here, and I'm not looking forward to it. Last year was not kind to our community. All right, there. Is that everything for camping?
That looks like everything.
All right. Oh, I just think this is starting to look so wonderful. Look at our sheet so far. Isn't that cute?
That looks really good. I love when all the colors just are so bright.
All right, let's do the fishing.
All right, so for the fishing house, we are gonna need some browns. Actually, if you want to use those blues, we can start with that on the stairs.
Okay, are you telling me to color?
Yes. You're on a roll.
I'm on a roll, okay. All right, so I don't put my caps back on when I'm coloring, but I was just putting my caps on because I'm done with the green. So you can keep your caps off as you color, right?
Yes.
All right, so the stairs are going to be this B47 and BGY03, and we're going to do these right here. And does it look like we're doing the top and bottom of the lantern too?
Yes, so we'll start with the stairs and then we'll do the top and bottom of the lantern.
Okay, so again, I'm just going to put a little bit of this.
I think this is my new favorite blue. It's like a royal blue.
I know, I like it as well.
In our glitter paper, we have one that looks like this called Canadian blue.
And now I'm on the light blue, which is, you want to say the color?
BGY03, blue gray 03.
There we go. Now you don't want a lot of dark, so be very careful when you put your dark down, okay? Otherwise it'll get too dark. And then we're going to do the top and bottom, right? I think I'll just do one side of this. It's a small space. And we want that light blue in there. There, how's that?
That looks good. Okay, so now let's do the red parts. we'll save the big brown areas for last. So we need the two reds, R17 and R03.
Okay, R17, here we go. Let's do that door. What do you say?
Well, yes, so we're going to do some shading at the bottom here.
Okay. I was going to go side to side, but I'll follow that.
You have to be careful not to get any red inside of your window.
All right, and now I'm going to take my R03 and I'm just going to blend that harsh line.
Look at that red. It's blending like butter.
It really is. Now, if I wanted to add a little bit more, like right there, I could come in and just add a little. But then you always want to make sure you go back and blend that line.
Yeah, I like that look better.
Okay.
Then the toolbox is also red. Actually, it's not a toolbox, it's a tackle box.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it was a toolbox too.
You gotta learn all the lingo here.
Yeah, huh? All right, so again, I don't want it too dark red, but I want to get these little spots. Okay. Notice how my lines are kind of jagged. That really makes it look a little bit more natural than if you just make everything stop at the same point. There.
All right. Now what part do you want to do?
I think I need to do just the tiny bits of yellow, and then we'll do the, I'm going to use E40, and I'm going to put that here a little bit in the lantern. Doesn't that look cute? And then I think we'll put a little bit right here. And I don't know what we put here. It looks like brown or black, right? Okay, so now what we need to do is our windows.
Okay, so those are with the grays, which I think you have right here.
All right. Here is CG 06 and 02. We're going to start with 6.
Now, if you wanted to, you could have done like yellow in the windows, like there's a light on inside.
Right, but we're out fishing.
Oh, okay. So nobody's home.
Nobody's home, that's right. And then I'm going to come in with this light gray, and I just love that you could go over the sticker lines, don't you?
I know, that's really nice.
There, look how easy that was. And then you can just do this here.
We better do our seagull gray too.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so I don't want a lot of dark, so I'm just going to put a little bit right there. If you learn anything, you need to really hold back on how much dark, because it's the light colors that make the effort. Okay, did we get all that? So now we're left with the brown.
Yes, so do you remember if we use the dark brown or the E28?
I believe we're using E18, and here we are using the other one. I don't know where the caps are to those. Okay, so we're going to start on this bigger one, and I'm going to start with this E18 and give it a lot of dark weathered look here. It doesn't really matter which brown you use, but Jackie likes to stick to the example. Right?
Yes. So I just want to take a moment. We are at an hour and 40 minutes right now. We only have a couple minutes left and we'll finish coloring, and then your homework will be to cut all these images out. This was a little bit of a longer class because we had so many cards to do and lots of coloring.
Okay, while I'm doing this, do you want to kind of spice it up for what's next?
Spice it up.
Yeah, for the next class. Talk about what our next class is.
Oh, you don't want to do that at the end?
Right, let's talk about it now.
Okay, so our next class is going to be red, white, and blue. So it's going to be patriotic coloring.
Yes, and I'm really excited about that because people think, oh, patriotic, what is that image going to be? But did you know that anything could really look good red, white, and blue, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't have to, when you think patriotic, you think flag, but we are not doing a flag card. We are doing lots of images again. We're going to do 4 different cards together, and they're just kind of, I don't know, common images that we're putting a red, white, and blue twist on them.
Right. So if you want to see what they are, you got to hang out with us because we're going to show you at the end of this video as soon as we finish coloring, all right? So we're almost there, so hang in. I'm here using my E28, and I'm going to use that with E40, okay? Here's my E40. Isn't this looking really cool?
Very woodsy.
I like it. And remember, it is going to change a little bit when it dries. All right, and I think we're going to do the same E28 and E40 up here on top. But you could see how that E18 gave a little darker hue there, right?
Yeah, so the E18 is definitely darker than the E28. So it's nice to have some variation so that you get some, I don't know, just some different looking parts of your image. You don't want it all to be the same.
Right. All right. And I like this E40. It has kind of that yellow, which I think really adds to the brown. And then it looks like I need to straighten that out a little bit, so I'm not going to be shy about coming back to my E28 and just adding a little bit of more woodsy line in there. Okay? Look at that. We're done. So now we just have football.
Okay, so football, you're going to color this your favorite color for your team. We'll do the jersey red.
But let's start with the football. I have brown in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Do you have the card?
It's over there.
All right. So here we are. Do you want me to keep going?
Sure.
All right. So the football itself is over here. So let's go ahead and...
it looks like E28 and E40.
Yeah. So we're going to use E28. And we're just going to kind of make this part our dark part. And then kind of come in here, right?
Yeah, so kind of around the outside areas.
And maybe, did you do a little bit in here maybe? Maybe a little bit right here. What do you say?
Looks good.
Okay, and then we want it to come in and just kind of have this color here. I may want to go back and add a little bit, but I think I'm going to fill it in and then see where to go. What do you say?
Yeah, adding a little bit more E28 might tone it down. And here's another idea for you. We know that a football has texture, so you could also add some little dots if you want to.
I'm going to add a little bit more brown in here, give it this color, and then go back and make sure we blend. And then to show that I was listening to Jackie,
I didn't do it in the sample.
I'm going to take my bullet and maybe just add a little bit of texture. How do you like that, Jackie?
Looks good.
We'll just kind of add that with that. All right, are you happy?
Yeah.
There.
We have texture.
Okay. Now, we did our helmet for the 49ers, right?
We did. So we were trying to go for the gold look. So we were using similar colors.
And you know what? I don't think we have to color this and this. Because I think we should color the whistle and let the class decide what colors they want.
Because remember, the rest of the papers on that card are brown. So they're very neutral. So you could do any jersey color and helmet color you want to.
So I'm going to go in here for the whistle. And I'm going to get that whistle done, okay?
with grays.
Grays, right. So I'm going to go a little bit of this, just a little bit of the dark gray, which is CG06. And then I'm going to come in with my light gray. And look at that. So all we have to do now is trim, right?
Trim these out and then put some adhesive on the back of each image and put it on the card. So let's take a look at the cards one more time.
Here's our coloring. I think it's beautiful.
Good job to everybody. So here's our cards. We're just going to lay them out for you so you can take one more peek at them. If you need to reference, you can take a screen cap if you want to. You also have photos on your instructions. And there, they're all in the screen. So yay! That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so shall we show the next class? And is this available yet?
It is available. You have it?
Yeah, but no images, right?
No, the picture's not on the website yet, but you can buy it. So we're going to be making 4 cards. And
this one is just so exciting. So here's our first one. Look at that Adirondack. I love it.
It's a red Adirondack.
So pretty. And look at the red, white, and blue hearts. And then the plaid. How fun.
And I just want to point out how this is a very dark, deep red. And we're going to show you how to color that in class.
Yes. And then we have the beach shacks. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Very patriotic. Look. Red, blue, red.
Yes, I love it. Now, I love this paper. It's called Land That I Love, and it is from Doodlebug, okay? But I want to show you that in class, we're also going to encourage you to put your sentiment inside and to decorate with the extra pieces that you'll have. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
Okay, so then we're going from a landscape to a portrait.
Okay, so this is our lighthouse card.
Yes.
Lighthouses are traditionally either red and white or blue and white. So we did the red and white.
And then here is our paper that's there.
Very nautical theme.
And then I love this one. This is the ice cream. And it's kind of like a sherbet or a snow cone, right?
Yeah, so you can see we made that little effect in the ice cream where it was red, white, and blue for the flavor.
So you are going to get a full sticker sheet of sentiment, and you're going to get everything you need to make one of each of these cards. All of the card papers are from Doodlebug, Land That I Love, including the ice cream. And I just think they all look so terrific, don't you?
So let us know if you're excited about this class. It's called Red, White, and Blue Cards. It's on June 19th.
And just so you also know, there is an add-on. So if you want those add-on cards, you need to make sure that you buy the add-on package. Okay, so that will allow you to make 2 of each of these cards. So the class will make 1, and we'll be going a little bit faster because it's the same colors.
Yes, awesome. So I love all these cards. I think this is going to be a really fun class, and we can't wait to see you there. Now, before we go, I wanted to mention that we do have a challenge for the masculine cards we just made. So your challenge is to finish your cards, take a picture that includes all 4 cards in your picture, and upload it to this Facebook group, Krazy Kreations Virtual Classes, okay? You'll want to use this hashtag masculine card challenge, and that way we'll know how to pick people.
Yes, that's right. So we want you to win a prize, so don't forget.
You have 1 week to finish those cards, so don't forget to do that. We love giving away prizes, especially when you take a class. One moment. There we go.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. We hope you enjoyed. We know you're going to love your masculine cards. And don't forget, Red, White, and Blue coming up next month.
And don't forget, Masculine Card Challenge.
Okay, so I'm Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Thank you for crafting with us. See you soon.